my very first trip outside the United States was going to Paris. And I didn't fall in love with it then, not certainly enough to change everything about my life. I was on track to become a scientist, and I did in fact become a scientist and spent 10 years in the sciences. And during that time I would travel with all of my spare time. Every time I would change jobs, every time I got a fistful of cash, I would take it and go someplace. But when I truly started to travel for my profession and for my living was when I was done with graduate school, and I asked myself, am I passionate about what I'm doing? Does the science that I was working on make me want to get out of bed every day and go to work and be super excited about it? And the answer was no. What made me truly happy and what was my passion was traveling. And so I decided to make a midlife career about face and try to make a living through my travels. The moment that I pinpoint now as when I truly entertained the possibility of going to do something else was I designed a 1-month trip for myself to India. I was by myself in a beat-up old rental car driving through the desert, and I was far happier there in that moment than I had been for years doing research. Freelance travel basically happens on a project basis. You have to get funding in order to be able to do an idea, whether it be just a simple writing piece on a particular topic, or what I've done, which is much larger projects that encompass travel to multiple places over multiple years. You have to be able to get money up front. I've also put in some of my own savings that I had from back when I was working. It's not a profession for individuals who just want to walk away filthy rich and where you care about money as the top thing. If doing what I do is not for money, and it's for passion. And for all of the various things I've done in 112 countries, very, very, very few times have I not felt safe. Sometimes we think that that danger is present when in reality it's not. And that's one of the myths of travel that I keep trying to bust, is this concept that fear is omnipresent when you're in a foreign place. And from my experience, I've almost never been afraid or had any good reason to be afraid in different places.
What is it? Kvashak.
Kvashak.
Specific Czech cucumber.
Kvashak. My whole profession is based on getting more people to travel. Everything you see with your own eyes is always better than any photograph that could ever possibly be taken. We've never been able to replicate what the human eye can see and what your brain can feel when you're in a particular place. I have never once regretted leaving a career in science behind since becoming a travel writer and a travel videographer.